Okay, so what if the real secret to like a totally jaw-dropping bougie fall garden was hiding in plain sight at your local thrift store? Curated fall garden decor ideas. Best fall thrift and haul that look high-end.
Hey there, my fabulous friends, and welcome back. If you're like me and believe your front yard deserves to look like $1,000,000 without, spending $1,000,000, then you have hit the jackpot. Today, we are diving headfirst into a complete outdoor living space transformation. We're taking forgotten treasures and thrift store finds and turning them into the most stunning high-end fall decor you have ever seen. This is where budget-friendly meets absolutely breathtaking. Now, before you get too excited and run off to the thrift store, you're going to want to stick around for this entire video. Trust me, we have a mountain of inspiration to get through, and at the very end, I'll break down everything, all the materials, the must-have tools, and the step-by-step process to bring these designer looks to life. Alright, is your pumpkin spice latte ready? Good. Let's get into it, because we have over 300 possible ideas to spark your creativity and make your neighbors ridiculously jealous. Let's begin. One, Rustic Harvest Gathering. Vintage wheelbarrow cornucopia. Alright, first up, we're raiding Grandpa's shed, or the nearest thrift store for a classic wheelbarrow. The more rust and character, the better. We're transforming this workhorse into a stunning cornucopia. We'll have it overflowing with heirloom pumpkins, those wonderfully weird-looking gourds, and colorful Indian corn. This isn't just decor, it's a story of abundance, a nod to our hard-working past, and it's a prime example of how budget outdoor decor ideas that look expensive can have so much heart. Tiered apple crate pantry. Next, keep your eyes peeled for old wooden apple crates. We're going to stack them high and create a charming pantry right on your porch. Imagine each level artfully styled with crisp apples, bundles of fragrant cinnamon sticks, mini pumpkins, and a little ivy spilling over the sides. This garden landscaping on a budget trick adds amazing vertical interest and just screams welcome home. It's like offering your guests a warm, cozy hug before they even knock on the door. Two, Monochromatic Autumn Elegance. Ghostly white pumpkin sanctuary. Who says fall has to be orange? Let's get sophisticated with a gorgeous monochromatic theme. We're hunting for old urns and pedestals and giving them a makeover with antique white paint. Then we fill them exclusively with those elegant ghost pumpkins, fluffy white mums, and silvery foliage. This minimalist garden aesthetic is pure class. It proves that sometimes, the most powerful statement is a quiet, confident whisper of elegance. It's chic, it's timeless, and it's unexpectedly easy. Gilded noir drama. Now, if you're feeling a little more dramatic, let's flip the script to black and gold. This look is pure luxury. Grab any old planters or lanterns and hit them with some matte black spray paint. The secret weapon? A delicate touch of gold leaf. Paired with deep burgundy flowers and black pumpkins, this theme is bold, mysterious, and incredibly high-end. It's the little black dress of fall decor, always in style and guaranteed to turn heads. Three. Woodland Whimsy Retreat. Enchanted birch log arrangement. Let's bring a little bit of that enchanted forest magic right to your front door. We're arranging birch logs of different heights to create a miniature woodland scene. A little moss tucked in here, a few ferns there, and maybe a tiny thrifted fox figurine peeking out. It's just adorable. This design is a beautiful reminder of the peace and quiet of nature, a little slice of tranquility in our busy lives. It's a fantastic sustainable gardening tip to use natural elements. Thrifty terracotta mushroom patch. This one is just pure fun, and the kids will love it. We're taking basic terracotta pots and their saucers, flipping them, gluing them, and painting them to look like a little mushroom family. Think classic red with white spots. It's a playful nod to fairy tales and a perfect DIY garden decor for small spaces. It's that little touch of unexpected whimsy that makes a house feel like a home full of joy and imagination. Four. Vintage farmhouse charm. Repurposed galvanized steel welcome. You can't go wrong with classic farmhouse. I'm talking galvanized steel tubs, watering cans, buckets, you name it. These things were built to last, and their rustic charm is timeless. We'll fill them up with bright marigolds and feathery grasses for a look that's both beautiful and unpretentious. This is a perfect example of high-end garden DIYs for less, celebrating the beauty and utility and the stories that old hard-working items have to tell. Antique wooden chair planter. Okay, find the loneliest looking wooden chair at the thrift store, because you're about to give it a glorious new purpose in life. Pop out the seat, slip in a basket lined with hay, and plant it with a cascade of colorful mums. Seriously, how clever is that? This idea is all about seeing the potential in forgotten things. It's a beautiful symbol of renewal, proving that with a little love, anything can be beautiful again in your outdoor living space transformation. Five. Autumnal Jewel Tone Palette. Sapphire and Amethyst Glass Garden. Let's step outside the box of traditional fall colors. I want you to start hunting for colored glass at the thrift store. Deep blues, rich purples, emerald greens. We'll arrange these bottles and vases where the autumn sunlight can hit them, creating a garden of sparkling jewels. It's a modern garden decor trend that's all about celebrating individuality and adding a pop of unexpected, opulent color to your front yard. It's absolutely mesmerizing. Rich velvet and brass accents. For a touch of pure, unadulterated luxury, we're combining thrifted brass with velvet. Find some old brass candlesticks or planters and polish them up till they shine. Now for the secret touch, wrap a hay bale or a crate in a piece of rich, jewel-toned velvet fabric. The combination of textures is just divine. It feels warm, historic, and incredibly sophisticated, like something out of a fancy design magazine. Six. Coastal Autumn Breeze. Nautical rope and driftwood display. Who says the beach and autumn don't mix? Let's prove them wrong. We'll take some thick, thrifted nautical rope and wrap it around some of those gorgeous muted green and blue pumpkins. Add in a few sculptural pieces of driftwood, and you have a look that is serene, rustic, and totally unique. It's the perfect blend of salty air and crisp autumn leaves, celebrating the beauty of where two seasons meet. Sea glass and lantern light. This is one of my favorite garden lighting ideas for ambience. Collect a bunch of sea-colored glass jars and bottles. We're not putting flowers in them, we're filling them with tiny battery-powered fairy lights. At night, they create the most magical, ethereal glow. Arrange them with some white pumpkins and a few big seashells, and your porch will look like a tranquil, moonlit beach. It's pure magic. Seven. Literary garden nook. Weathered books and tea setting. For all my fellow book lovers out there, this one's for you. We're creating a tiny scene that invites you to curl up with a good story. Find a stack of old, beautifully weathered books, a single vintage teacup, and place them on a small stool next to a perfect little pumpkin. It's a celebration of quiet moments, of cozy afternoons, and the magic of storytelling. It's a beautiful, thoughtful minimalist garden aesthetic. Upcycled typewriter and pumpkin poetry. This is for when you want to get really creative. Find one of those gorgeous, old, non-working typewriters. It becomes the star of the show. Place a mini pumpkin where the paper would go, surround it with some potted mums, and voila! You have a piece of art. It's a nostalgic and clever nod to the stories that every home holds, a unique way to express your personality without saying a word. Eclectic Bohemian Harvest. Macrame and woven basket medley. Let's get our boho chic on. We're layering all the textures. Think macrame plant hangers holding trailing ivy next to a collection of mismatched woven baskets overflowing with colorful gourds and dried flowers. This look is relaxed, artistic, and deeply connected to natural materials. It's for the free spirits, a celebration of handcrafted beauty and the charm of a perfectly imperfect design. Layered textiles and lantern ambience. This is how you make an entrance feel like a warm hug. We're layering outdoor rugs, tossing down some big, comfy floor cushions, and creating a cozy glow with a cluster of thrifted lanterns. It's an instant transformation that makes your porch feel like an extension of your living room. This is one of my top budget outdoor decor ideas that look expensive because it's all about creating a feeling of abundant comfort and welcome. (9) Gothic Romance Garden. Ornate frames and thorny roses. Let's get a little dramatic, shall we? We're on the hunt for those over-the-top, ornate picture frames. We'll paint them a moody matte black and use them to frame nature itself. Lean one against a wall to frame a cluster of dark red roses and a deep-colored pumpkin. It's mysterious, it's romantic, and it's a little bit spooky in the most elegant way possible. It's like creating a living piece of Gothic art. Candelabra and crow silhouettes. Here's a fun twist on a classic centerpiece. Find a vintage metal candelabra, but instead of candles, we're placing a perfect little white pumpkin on each holder. So clever. To complete the moody vibe, we'll add a few subtle thrifted crow figurines perched nearby. It's a sophisticated nod to classic Gothic tales, full of mystery and old-world charm that is perfect for late autumn. (10) Prairie and Wildflower Theme. Weathered picket fence and sunflowers. You can create a whole new look with just a small section of a thrifted picket fence. Use it as a charming backdrop for some tall, happy sunflowers, bundles of wheat, and a few pumpkins nestled at the base. It's a little slice of the American prairie, full of sunshine and rustic simplicity. It also happens to be a wonderful pollinator-friendly garden design, which is a beautiful bonus for our buzzing friends. Enamelware and dried grasses. I have a real soft spot for vintage enamelware. We're talking those chippy pitchers and basins that have so much character. They are the absolute perfect vases for bouquets of dried wildflowers, fluffy pampas grass, and cattails. This look celebrates the quiet, understated beauty of the autumn landscape finding so much elegance in the muted colors and interesting textures of the season. Arts and crafts inspired design. Stained glass and copper tones. Let's celebrate true craftsmanship. Keep an eye out for stained glass panels or sun catchers. When the autumn light hits them, the colors are just breathtaking. We'll pair these with the warm glow of thrifted copper pots, which look amazing filled with mums. This theme is all about appreciating the beauty of well-made, artistic objects, and is a fantastic way to incorporate recycled materials garden crafts into a high-end look. Hand-thrown pottery and natural forms. There is something so special about hand-thrown pottery. Each piece is unique. We're going to look for vases and bowls with earthy glazes and organic shapes. You don't need much to make them shine. A single dramatic branch of colorful leaves is all it takes to create a stunning artistic statement. It's a beautiful, grounded look that celebrates the connection between the artist and the earth. Minimalist Scandinavian Fall. Simple wooden crate and pine cones. If you love that clean, cozy Scandinavian vibe, this one's for you. It's all about simplicity. We'll take one simple light wood crate and fill it with a curated collection of pine cones, a couple of white pumpkins, and drape a chunky knit blanket over the side. That's it. This minimalist garden aesthetic is calm, peaceful, and proves that you don't need a lot of stuff to make a beautiful impact. Black lanterns and white birch. For a modern high-contrast look, this is a showstopper. A few sleek black lanterns paired with a bundle of crisp white birch logs. It's so simple, yet so incredibly chic. The contrast is what makes it work. This is a perfect example of modern garden decor trends, focusing on clean lines and a serene balance that feels both contemporary and timelessly beautiful for fall. Tuscan Sunset Theme. Terracotta Army of Planters. Let's transport ourselves to the sunny hills of Tuscany. We're gathering a whole family of terracotta pots from the thrift store, all different shapes and sizes. The more aged and weathered, the better. We'll cluster them on the steps and fill them with fragrant herbs like rosemary and sage, alongside warm-toned mums. It's a look that feels rustic, elegant, and full of life, a perfect high-end garden DIYs for less. Wrought iron and olive branches. Keep an eye out for any interesting wrought iron pieces, a small trivet, a piece of agate, anything with a nice shape. We'll use it as a base and weave some beautiful olive branches through it. Surround it with a few butternut squash, and you have a centerpiece that is just dripping with old-world European charm. It's sophisticated, meaningful, and looks incredibly expensive. English Cottage Garden Harvest. Wicker basket and cabbage roses. Is there anything more charming than an English cottage garden? We're capturing that vibe with a big, beautiful wicker basket, maybe an old picnic basket. We'll fill it until it's overflowing with a romantic, lush mix of late-season roses, ornamental kale, and lots of trailing ivy. It's that effortlessly beautiful, slightly chaotic look that feels so welcoming and alive. Chipped china and herbal arrangements. This is one of my favorite DIY garden hacks. Don't throw away that chipped china plate or teacup. We're giving them a new life in the garden. Artfully place them in a planter among fragrant herbs like lavender and thyme. It's a whimsical, charming touch that celebrates the beauty of imperfection and adds a little bit of history and story to your garden. Southwestern Adobe Autumn. Colorful textile and succulent pumpkins. Let's bring in the vibrant energy of the Southwest. We'll start with a brightly colored, woven blanket or rug from the thrift store as our base. Then, we're hollowing out pumpkins and planting them with hardy, beautiful succulents. The combination of the rustic pumpkin with the modern succulents and the colorful textile is just stunning. It's a celebration of resilience and vibrant culture. Painted terracotta and chili ristos. This look is so full of warmth and flavor. We're taking plain terracotta pots and giving them a southwestern flair with some simple geometric patterns. Then we'll arrange them with those beautiful deep red bundles of dried chili peppers, known as ristos, and some muted orange pumpkins. It's a look that is deeply connected to the landscape and traditions of the region. Industrial chic autumn. Metal gears and rusted chains. Alright, for those of you with an edgier style, let's head to the industrial section. We're looking for things like old metal gears or thick, rusty chains. You can coil a chain at the base of a pumpkin or lean a gear against it. It's an unexpected and cool juxtaposition of the organic pumpkin and the hard industrial metal. It's urban, it's artistic, and it's definitely a conversation starter. Cinder Block Vertical Garden. You will not believe how chic a simple cinder block can be. We're stacking them to create a modern, geometric planter. This is one of the best vertical garden ideas for urban homes. The little openings are the perfect spot to tuck in a mum or a small gourd. It's a brilliant way to turn a super cheap, basic material into something that looks like a modern architectural feature. Victorian Harvest Splendor. Ornate birdcage and autumnal vines. Let's get romantic with a Victorian-inspired theme. Find a beautiful ornate birdcage, the fancier the better. We're filling it with a cascade of small gourds, faux berries, and ivy, leaving the little door open. It's like you've captured a piece of autumn's beauty. It's elegant, a little bit whimsical, and has that wonderful sentimental feeling of a bygone era. Velvet drapes and silver tray. Ready for some high drama? We're finding an old tarnished silver-plated tray and using it as a pedestal for our most beautiful deep-colored pumpkins. The tarnish is part of the charm. To really lean into the Victorian opulence, you can even drape a piece of thrifted velvet fabric behind it. This is a high-end garden DIYs for less project that looks like it belongs in a lavish historical film. ZEN GARDEN AUTUMN STILLNESS. Smooth stones and single gourd. Time to take a deep breath. This theme is all about calm and tranquility. We'll take a shallow bowl, fill it with sand, and rake a simple pattern. Then we add just a few elements, a couple of smooth river stones and one perfectly interesting gourd. This minimalist garden aesthetic is like a form of meditation, a beautiful reminder to find peace and beauty in simplicity. Bamboo and water element. Let's continue that feeling of zen. We'll use a few thrifted bamboo poles to create a simple, clean backdrop. In front, we'll place a simple ceramic bowl of water and let a few perfect, colorful maple leaves float on the surface. It's a design that represents flexibility and the peaceful flow of life, creating a little pocket of serenity on your front porch. 19. Retro 70s Autumn Vibe. Earth-toned pottery and pampas grass. Let's get groovy. We're channeling the 1970s with this one. Hunt for pottery in those classic 70s colors: harvest gold, avocado green, and burnt orange. Then, fill them with lots of feathery pampas grass. The combination of the earthy ceramics and the fluffy texture is just effortlessly cool. It's a fun, nostalgic theme that is surprisingly chic. Woven wicker and funky mushrooms. The 70s were all about wicker and rattan. If you can find a wicker peacock chair, you've hit the jackpot. Even a small wicker table or basket will work. We'll pair it with another 70s staple, those quirky ceramic mushroom figurines. This is a DIY garden decor for small spaces that is pure fun. It's playful, it's organic, and it's guaranteed to make you smile. Celestial and Starry Night Fall. Crescent moon and star garland. Let's end with a little bit of magic. We're creating a celestial wonderland. You can use a large golden crescent moon as your centerpiece, surrounded by deep blue pumpkins. Then, we'll weave in a garland of tiny twinkling star-shaped lights. It's a theme that is all about dreams and the magic of the cosmos, connecting our earthly harvest to the stars above. Dark pumpkins and crystal accents. This is such a beautiful idea. We're painting pumpkins a deep, midnight blue and then splattering them with silver paint to create a galaxy effect. The final touch? We'll place thrifted crystal prisms around them. When the sun or your porch light hits them, they'll scatter tiny rainbows everywhere. It's a gorgeous way to add a hidden sparkle and a touch of mystery to your decor. And there you have it. 40 incredible high-end fall decor ideas that all started with a simple trip to the thrift store. I am so inspired, and I hope you are too. It just goes to show you that you don't need a big budget to create a big impact. Now, as promised, don't go anywhere. It's time to get our hands dirty. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how you can actually make all this magic happen. We're about to cover all the materials, tools, and the step-by-step instructions you'll need. Materials and products. Alright, let's talk shopping. Your new best friends are thrift stores, flea markets, and yard sales. You're on the lookout for items with good bones, sturdy chairs, crates, metal buckets, cool pottery, and unique baskets. Then, grab your natural elements like pumpkins and gourds. For the makeover part, you'll need spray paint, I always have matte black, white, and a metallic gold on hand, a good waterproof outdoor sealant, and strong glue like E6000 or just a trusty hot glue gun. Equipment and tools. You don't need a professional workshop for this, I promise. Your basic toolkit should include protective gloves, some paintbrushes, sandpaper for prepping your finds, wire cutters, and that hot glue gun. A power drill is super handy for adding drainage holes. And my number one tip? Don't skip the cleaning supplies. A good scrub brush and some soap are the secret first step to a professional-looking finish. Preparation steps. Okay, here's the game plan in a nutshell. First is the hunt. Look for potential, not perfection. Once you get your treasures home, you have to clean them thoroughly. I mean, really scrub them down. This is the most important step for a lasting finish. Next, the fun part, transformation. This is where you paint and bring your vision to life. And please do not forget to seal everything with a waterproof outdoor sealant. After that, it's all about composition. Start with your biggest piece as an anchor and layer everything in, thinking about different heights and textures. Finally, add your natural touches, the plants, the moss, the leaves, and any lighting. Step back, admire your work, and get ready for the compliments to roll in. If you love these thrifty and luxurious fall garden ideas, please help our creative community grow by giving this video a big thumbs up. It really does help a lot. And I would love to hear from you. Which theme was your absolute favorite? Let me know in the comments below, or share an idea you'd like to see us tackle next. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you never miss out on our next budget-friendly adventure. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Happy decorating!